Hello, mate, and welcome to Puzzle Combat, where you match three pieces, find yourself a hero with some superpowers, and destroy the enemy. Make as many alliances as you can, and win the game.
Hello, puzzle combaters. So this is the second installment of Bender B. Rodriguez's cousins from the Mech family. And we're gonna go over this guy here. I'd also like to say that this is being sponsored by Glagnar's Human Rinds. It's a bunch of muncha cruncha human. What are the odds that we get a sponsor, same sponsor as Futurama? That's crazy, right? Okay. So let's go over Flywheel. He's going to be Flywheel Pico Rodriguez. This is Flywheel P. Rodriguez. Alright, so he does a guarding protocol. He's not a bad hero. Overall rating is C though. And that's fair, being that he's a little bit slow on the charging. It's not a bad special though. 185 damage to the target and nearby enemies, and then the 47% chance to perform a support attack. And question mark says support attacks are not affected by status ailments. So that is super about support attacks. I guess that's one reason why I kind of favor some of the support attack heroes that others don't. There's some of them that are kind of meh heroes as well, but I like the support attack aspect, never being able to miss. The status ailments not being affected by it is awesome. Especially when you get going and that 47% goes off a whole bunch of times. So I would think it would stack with this part, seeing as this is a family bonus. So this family bonus at the top here for the unique heroes. So if I took 2 in for a raid, maybe we'll do a raid after. Give a rundown here. And I would get, if I took 2 in, I'd get 12% extra. So be curious if that stacks on top of the 47. That'd be 59%. So basically it's gonna go off quite a bit. I would think that it would stack, but alrighty. So he is recon class. So let's go over the talent grid. Alright, and I should say part of that C rating as well was effectiveness of his special. So he's only a 2 out of 5 on both offense and defense. And yeah, I wouldn't think he would be any good for defense. Seeing that he's the slow charging that he is there. Maybe in the flank position if you got a good tank. And then of course slow charging never helps with War Machine. So, and he's not a direct sniper, he's a AoE hitter covering 3, so wouldn't be much oomph, I guess, to get the War Machine damaged. But I'd imagine he's good for lower level War Machines, but he's got a 1.5 score out of 5 on that, so, and that's kind of understandable just with the way his special is and being slow charging. But if he's who you have to take at first when you're first getting started, by all means, because if you're stacking against a green, then you'd want as many reds as you could take in to optimize your tile damage, right? So on smaller War Machines, I guess he probably would be effective, but once you get up into the higher star levels, nah. Because like I said in one of my other videos, it just, we're on like 8 to 11 War Machines quite regularly, so the 3 stars get snuffed out with a little tap, or bye bye. They don't last at all. Alright, so talent grid, recon. And that is the evade. Handy dandy. I would not put emblems on him personally. I really wouldn't. But if you were going to, you could always do the attack and health bonus. His health stat isn't the greatest either, so you could help put that up. And then evade at, what's that, 15%, I think. Yeah, the evade would be 15% total. So, attack, defense. Now, does speed help him where he is, being 40? He would still be in that slow category, so he would... the speed is 2%, so that might take him up a tile, and that would be 40... or take him up a speed point, I should say, not a tile. So that would be 41, and he'd still be in that slow category, though. The good news is that the speed weapons help him without having to do this charge bonus, because this doesn't do much for him at all. However, 43 is the break point, and the majority of the red speed weapons are well over 3 points, speed points, so this one would be fairly useless for him, I would think. You could get the health bonus and then more attack. Yeah, unfortunately, this doesn't help a lot of heroes. There's a few that are right near the breakpoints that it does help, but generally speaking, I'm finding that the majority of them aren't helped out by this. This is so different from E and P. Because from Empires and Puzzles, I always want speed for sure. So, more attack. And then the critical chances at the end, right? And that's by 4% there. So, yeah, I am not fancy on putting, especially being a C-rated hero, I wouldn't bother putting emblems on this guy. Maybe one day when they give us more options, like 3-star raid tournaments and that sort of thing, then you definitely want to consider doing emblems on a bunch of the 3-star heroes, but I don't think I'd pick a C hero. Because he is as effective as he can be with some things. He's just, yeah, I don't think I'd waste emblems on him, personally. Alright, so there are some weapons options that, like I was saying, though, are pretty sweet for him. Now, the master weapons, there's a few of them that are effective. So the 3-star master weapon is the Kubik, which does venom ammo. So that's a pretty cool one. That would hit 3. And of course that would stack if you used them with Edge or one of the other heroes, like Sparrow does poison as well, a lot of them. There's a number of them that do poison. So, and then the 4-star master weapon is, what's that? It's a health one. So it's 35 health points. And yeah, I can picture it. Can't think of the name of it. So that'd be giving him a little bit of health every time. Good defensive weapon. And the Kubik's good for defense or offense. And then the other two are the 5 stars. The Flashpoint is burn? Is a burn weapon, so that's really good. That'll hit 3 and stack with anybody else that does burn, like Hush and Haruto, those type of heroes. And then the Levy is armor per turn, so give him a little bit of protection for his health, so a defensive weapon. Alright, so, oh, what am I closing out of there? Reading off the page and not paying attention to what I'm doing. There's only, I do have the Chekhov, and there's the one I'm looking for, Tank Bane. Alright, so good defensive weapon. I have the Chekhov and the other one. I'd rather keep them because I like offensive based weapons. This certainly is a decent one for defense though. 32% resistance, and then you got the health. So that's a good one. for defense. But yeah, I tend to favor critical chance and speed and dodge, basically, are the three things I'm looking for. And this has two of those three things. So critical chance for offense and then the speed. So the 9 speed points is going to put him up to 49, which is just below another breakpoint at 50. So I guess if you were to put emblems on him, this one having 9 speed points and then the speed from the emblems would actually put him at 50, which would drop it from 12 to 10 and 6 to 5 ghosted tiles. I don't think it's worth all that resources though, just to get him emblemed up all the way down there to get advantage of that speed point. But regardless, this is gonna put him into the average category because he will be 49, so he'll hit 43 and that'll drop a tile to 11. However, it's 6 ghosted still, so this is a good weapon either way. That helps out so many heroes, that one. And then of course the Vantage, 30% critical chance. Sweet. Alright, the waffle. The awful waffle is just armor damage. It's actually got a decent attack stat though. And then of course this one's good for defense with the dodge, the mainframe. And they get the Melgor's got resistance, so good for defense as well if you don't have any of the other defensive options. And then speed points with the Tigger and 7, of course he'll be past that 43 average, so that will drop a tile off of him charging, so down to 11 from 12. So pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The red weapons do help out so many of the heroes, because I do find some of the green weapons aren't that effective. And there's a few purple ones that aren't that effective either, but are pretty good. Then there's the roadblock. I just think that's a sacrificial gun when I look at it. Oh, alright. So the moss green, that has 45 health points. And then you got the Manchester with critical chance. So I think as soon as I get some other different reds, I'm probably gonna disassemble these, because I don't find that I'm using them very much. So I would like to get a couple Kubiks. That'd be really cool actually for this, but we'll see what happens there. Okay, so let's take them for a raid. I don't know if I have any revenges right now. Oh, I got one. I think I caught up all the other ones. Alright, so let's bring in okay. Oop, I don't want on the weapons. Get off there. Do 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 do. How this 3-star is gonna hold up against this team? Probably not well. Alright. I should keep Chull in there though, because of his special. So I'll have the family bonus, seeing as I'm taking 2 of them. And then I got purple against Pika, since I'm taking in Coyote, who drives me absolutely batty, because half the time he doesn't charge. It just seems like it to me. I much prefer Jocasta. Alright, let's do this. Okay, robots. Let's do this. Hopefully we don't get hurt too bad. Nasty. Well, what do you know? Dodge worked in my favor there. Hey, too bad I didn't have a cubic on this guy. That would stack with the poison rotor does. Oh, there you go. Who knew? I didn't. Now I do. Well, that was nasty. Jeez, look at the dog then. Can't compete with that dodge, man. I tell ya. What a joke. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, rematch it. Bye, Logan. Ah, shoot. Set her off again. Don't. Hey, Flywheel charge this time though. Look at that. Alright, let's get rid of that healer. How much health she got left now? 233. Nice support attacks, boys. Beautiful. Oh, this probably isn't the healthiest thing to do, but here we go. Okay, let's see some more support attacks, boys. Alright, poison's gonna finish her off, so... What? No support attacks? Boo. You guys are slacking. Falling down on the job here. Boom! Bye, Brock! Oh yeah. Too funny. Alright, that's it. I think I'll leave it at that for Mr. Flywheel. So yeah, he's interesting. I think he probably gets outshined a bit by Bucky and Latte, that's for sure. But yeah, interesting little special on him. And I do like the support attackers. Take care, everyone.